Yeah. We're up, excellent. So, we're in... So antisocial. We're in the holding... Good morning and welcome to Brands Hatch for the third time this week. Again, no complaints about that, we're very lucky to be here. Today is race day. Yes, so we're here with Steve again and Enigma Motorsport. We're going to see his thoughts pre-qualifying, post-qualifying, where he ends up the race and ultimately how he feels leading into the next event. Yes, so all the testing we've been doing over the past few days, you know, all the bits have been changed on the car. Ultimately today is the day it matters, so let's find out how it goes. So you're now going to watch me do the most graceful sitting in a race car with a roll cage possible. So I think it's one leg in. Oh, ow. Bum down. You actually did that pretty well. Yeah, it's quite elegant. The seat is tight for obvious reasons. I mean, Steve's a bigger guy than me, shoulders-wise. He's got more width, but obviously you want to be secure in your seat, because if you're, well, the G-force is coming down that hill and coming around the corner, you're probably right up against this shoulder pad. But it's so cool in here, it's so stripped out. I mean, you literally have nothing. It is metal panels, and that's it. You've got a roll cage the whole way around. It's worth noting here today that Steve is at the event from, he's racing today on behalf of an invitation from the HSCC. People competing here today are taking part in their own historic championship, which means there's points and there's standings and there's, you know, races, whether it be Silverstone or Donington and future races to come. Now, Steve is here obviously on an invitation, which means he couldn't turn down the invitation, but right now the car isn't fully within all the regulations. So he's here as a bit of a test bed for the car, in the sense of he wants to work out how it races in the current state that it is, working out what needs to be done for future races to get it to the point where he can compete in that championship. So today for Steve it's a bit of a tester. I think he's just happy to get the car out. Obviously the work that's been done through Tech9 or CPE and all these people that have come together to get this car ready. I think he's just looking forward to getting out on track and actually getting in there and racing, which, you know, when we actually see them all come past at one point, it's going to be fantastic, I'm sure. But yeah, what a mega place to sit, and this is an office. Delicious. But yes, we'll catch up with you in a bit. We're up, excellent. So, we're in... So antisocial. We're in the holding... Thank you. We're in the holding area. This is Steve's class, 70s road sports. So there's a mixture of Alphas, we've got Porsches, we've got MGs, we've got Morgans, Datsuns, 911s, the lot. And basically he now has 15 minutes, where it's a continuous 15 minutes. Whatever you do in that 15 minutes, your best time set. And then obviously there'll be your starting order for the race, like all qualifying. But he looks, not that I can tell what's going on in the visor, but he looks prepared. Obviously having a final word with the engineers, but I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 20 cars roughly. And we just got to see how he does. But no, it's exciting, it's fabulous. so I think what's happened here is Steve has had a bit of a spin. We actually have the onboard of that, so we'll have to see what went wrong. I think he may have just lost it into the ground. At least he didn't go all the way to the wall. It's probably rectifiable. But I guess that's racing. Not that me and you have any experience of what that would be like to lose the rear end of a 911, but I'm sure it's not as easy as racing drivers make it look.
No, so let's go catch up.
We'll catch up with Steve and ask what happened, and hopefully the car's fine to race. I'm sure he obviously set a lap within that qualifying, so he'll still have a standing. But we'll go from there.
Okay, Steve, we're back. We've just finished quali.
Yep.
You qualified 4th, so well done for that. But we did have a little spin going into paddock again. Talk us through that. What sort of happened? What did you think?
To be honest, it was a repeat of what happened on Monday, which is that I'm trying to, basically, if you saw the qualifying, we were a bit late getting to the session, so we went out the back. So that meant I had to pick my way through the smaller class cars to get into clear air, which we agreed. But because it's such a short session, we didn't come in to take down the tyre pressures, which probably would have been a good thing with hindsight, but I don't know. But the reality of it is it just got lairier and lairier. So the tail of the car, I mean, listen, it's my first qualifying session for a long time.
Yeah.
I made a bunch of mistakes from a driving point of view, no question about it. But the tail of the car was getting wilder and wilder. And in the end, I came into paddock and I was trying to carry speed because I thought I'd put a lap together. I think it was the lap after I did my qualifying lap, the good one. And I thought I got it really hooked up. I got great drive and good revs coming out of is it Clearways? Yeah, Clearway. Surtees, beg your pardon. It takes you on the Grand Prix loop. Great drive out of there. I was good on the next 2 corners. Got a great run out of Stirling. So I thought I was on a lap. Yeah, and I was building a lap. Came over the line and I thought I could just get, that was the 4th position lap, and then I thought I could just do better on the next one.
Yeah, well, keep pushing it, I suppose.
You saw the result of it.
Yeah,
Smoky spin, tore up a tyre, and gave the boys and myself and you guys very kindly helping a load of cleaning and de-gravelling work.
Well, happy to help, but obviously, like you just touched on, what that does mean is the Pirellis aren't so good, so you're going out. Are they going back on the Yokohamas now?
No, I can't change. I have to go with the datum I've got, and so we've got a spare. Fortunately, this is why you have a spare. We've got a spare rimmed front, and I think that's what Ollie's put on it because we chewed up the other one completely, flat spotting it. So I'll try if I can to keep out of trouble, keep out of everybody's way, and I'm there by invitation and I'm aware of that. So I think my job is to not stop the session by spinning, and so therefore I've got to drive a bit better, a bit more within myself. And honestly, boys, if that means I have to back the lap times off a little bit, so be it.
Well, again, like you said, you're here by invitation. It's a bit of a test, a bit of a sort of introduction back because you haven't raced for a long time.
Alistair, that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm trying to think of it in my mind as a test session for us. When it's fully championship legit, and we know where we are, we got the right weights, we'll be on the right rims, then that's, if I qualify 4th, then it's probably a different matter.
I think the race is in a couple of hours, and enjoy starting on the second row.
Yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? It's good for 3 blind mice making your first ever motorsport film. You've got a good position,
and we've got a good story as well. As far as obviously we don't want to spin it into the gravel, but we've managed to clean the car off, change the tyres, and it makes a good story.
Yeah.
But we'll catch up with you after the race.
Alistair, thanks.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers.
They going?
Yeah. You guys see? Thank you, boys. And he's away. So Steve's heading up to the grid now. He starts 4th. We're going to go to the bottom of the first corner down the hill, and then hopefully catch some sweeping bends as he comes through and sails to the front. That's the intention.
And then we'll catch up with him.
And then we'll catch up with him in the end.
After the race, but
it's exciting. It's literally like our first race thing. You know what I mean? We're literally at a race event and we're just saying good luck to the driver. Hopefully my luck doesn't rub onto him. Best of luck, mate. So, Steve, we've literally just finished that, and genuinely, that's the first time I've properly been to a racetrack where I've got to see multiple corners and get to see some proper racing. That was fantastic. Genuinely, that was fantastic as well.
Thank you, mate. It probably wasn't the result as a team we were looking for.
Yeah.
Obviously, you come out to play. It's probably the result we were realistically looking for.
Yeah.
But the little boy lost in me. The Peter Pan was looking for photos.
Well, it's the first outing, do you know what I mean?
No, I know. And actually, I screwed the whole damn thing up. First to second, Phil told me keep your hand on the gear lead, which I did.
Yeah.
And then I go. Here's the problem, right? And this is all preparation. I hadn't practiced the start. Now, I know that sounds insane. And it is insane.
So busy, do you know what I mean? There's so many things to run through.
There's no real excuses. Races are won and lost on this sort of stuff. I mean, you know what? The speed the guys went by me, I wouldn't have kept their pace today. Not with that kind of configuration. I wouldn't have enough tyres.
Yeah.
I might have had an engine to do it, but I wouldn't have enough tyres. So I dropped back 3 places, and then I thought, right, keep your head. Get your head down.
Just having that battle on track, the White Land, just you knowing that was your partner for the race. That's where you were playing between. I watched you like corner after corner, watching where were the points where you're going to go, lining him up, thinking what's coming next, and it was just great.
Did you see the lunge into paddock?
Yes.
Oh my God, that was a lunge and a half. The main challenge now, honestly, is like paying the bills, because the reality is we need a load of bits, and I don't have the money to do it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That's where we are.
And you've got to upgrade these things if you want to move forward, and that's the journey you're on. So let's work on it. And Steve, thank you so much this week. It's been fabulous watching the process.
You're out to practice on your starts,
Guy in the Blue 911. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this whole process. I think it's been a course of 2 videos, however many put it together. It's been an amazing experience for Steve to bring us inside the fold, see what he's about. Massive thank you, amazing weekend. You've loved it, I've loved it, he loved it until the very end, but it's fantastic. We'll see you in the next video.
Great timing.